Good evening, everyone. I already did this once, and there was no volume. I don't know what I did. I'm actually using my selfie stick, and so maybe it was covering the volume button. I don't know. I'm gonna try this again. Uh, it's Isaiah's birthday, his 14th birthday, and we're at the hospital because he got caught with something in social media. He's not supposed to be on social media because he does bad things. And he got caught this week with two different phones, and one of them was tonight. And when I confronted him with it, he lies, and I get mad, and it gets out of control. He gets out of control. And what I want to do is I want to confront the elephant in the room. Mental illness is very hard for people to deal with, and there are a lot of teenagers out there being raised by grandparents, and I know it's a struggle. And I want them to know that there's not. It, I hope you're doing the best you can. I know you are. Mental illness is something not everybody can see. Isaiah has gone from, they say he has trauma, and then he actually went to a safe house, and the psychiatrist said he had borderline personality traits because he's too young. Although they are changing that, they they used to strictly say that young kids couldn't have it, but now that is changing. Um, when he was at the safe house, he was diagnosed with that, but then afterwards, he went to another psychiatrist, and she chose to think that she thought it was more ADHD than borderline personality. But I believe it's borderline personality, and I have stressed this to her over the last 2 years, year and a half, something like that. Uh, they cannot fix it, but they can give you they give medications to treat the symptoms, and the symptoms are manipulation and anger, and I'd have to have a book in front of me to read them to you. You can look them up yourself. uh, but it's just a guess. Mental illness is one of those things where they don't know. They sometimes it's clearer than other times, and sometimes if you get lucky, medication works. He's on Abilify right now, a small dose, and when they first started him on it, when we first got that diagnosis, it helped a lot. And since then, he's had it. His dose has been upped a little bit, and he's on another medicine for ADHD that he takes every day. That is also supposed to be for aggression because he has a lot of aggression. And he's on another two more ADHD medicines, but since he's not in school, I haven't been giving him those. Um, and it's not necessary to, I've been told. So it's hard, y'all. It's hard because apparently a child can cuss you in your home and threaten you and throw things and be really mean and nasty to you in your home, and there's absolutely nothing to be done about it. And that's what he does. And we called the police, and the police came, and this is not the first time they've been to our home, and there's nothing they can do. But when the police gets there, then he starts telling them, and he starts crying, and he starts telling them he's going to hurt himself. um, because manipulation is part of the game, and if they know the system, and he knows the system. So here we are at the hospital. I and he's right. I'm not in his head. I don't know if he's suicidal or not. He's never hurt himself, and he's super cheerful all the time. I think if he is that way, it's because he has restricted himself from having some of the things that other kids have. And it's got to be hard. He shouldn't be on social media because he does inappropriate things, but he's a kid and he doesn't understand. He's a kid, but he does inappropriate things that adults do. And like the cop said tonight, all the kids do it. And I don't think that's true. I don't think all the kids do it. I think some of the kids do it, probably a bigger percentage than a lot of parents realize. I do think that's true. But not all the kids do it. And a lot of the kids, when they're caught, they'll stop. But it's a compulsion, I think, with him. Anyways, he's not a normal kid, and he can't have the things normal kids have. And I think that makes it very hard. We try to make concessions. He has a regular phone. He has TV in his room. I try to get him to town to do social things. He went to 2 different summer camps this summer. I always thought it'd be a cool thing to go to a summer camp, but I never got to. We're doing everything we can. I'm not saying we're perfect or doing everything right by any means. Sometimes when he goes off on me, I get upset and don't handle it probably the way I should. Not that there's a perfect way to handle it. I don't think there is a perfect way to handle it. Anyways, that's the elephant in our room. And now I'm waiting for him to talk to a doctor, and I'm not sitting in the room with him because usually he doesn't want me in there. He wants to watch cartoons anyways. I don't want to sit in there and watch cartoons. So I'm in the lounge this time. This time around. We've done this before. I'm sad it happened on his birthday. And if you're a grandparent out there raising a grandchild, I'll try to think of something positive for us. Maybe I'll do another video on this. And good luck to you. And know that there are people out there that care. Reach out if you need to. Get counseling if you need to. And take it easy.